but you couldn't stop playing.
That's the devs talking to
And then
us.
it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office and something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
It could have been an alternative way the game was created, you know? Like a prototype. He could have just told us the prototype ideas.
Can we talk?
I don't think he wants to talk.
I just had an interesting dream.
Again?
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay.
He's getting
Thanks for
off.
sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
Don't jinx it.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Yes.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I need to know all the interactions.
I'm glad you asked, sister.
Brother.
This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place, and there was a dark man there. His name was Mr. Door, and he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Dor said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between
Archie?
them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there,
Shit.
but he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
Not wild about the idea myself.
Same? Though it would be cool
Here we go again.
to see the shit
Once more
happening.
with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream.
Oh?
This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do.
That's me.
It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
He looks so confused just now.
Is he still in there? Or is this the hiss playing mind games?
This is the devs talking through this
I
guy.
don't know.
Oh, we are through.
Push the fingers through the surface into the web. You've always.
Well, this is definitely the devs talking to us. They are just giving us obscure, random informations that would not make much sense yet, but eventually will make sense to us.
How are you doing, Jesse? It can't be easy seeing Dylan like this.
I'm fine.
That was very enlightening.
What can you tell me? Is he still human?
Or is he his?
I've taken numerous tissue samples and have tests running as we speak, but from the initial data, he looks healthy. I only see corruption in a superficial way.
What does that mean?
I don't know. This is all new, but if he's like you, maybe Polaris is preventing total Hiss takeover. Or maybe this is just a new form of Hiss. We've already seen how it affects people in different ways.
Dylan told me he let the hiss in. Does that change anything?
Voluntary conversion. I mean, hypothetically, that could affect the mental state post-corruption, as well as the extent of biological alteration. But again, this is new territory for me. I'll need time.
You
More
won't have
samples.
I'm gonna shut down the slide projector. That's how the hiss are getting in. Once I close it, this should all be over.
I'm not too sure about that.
Jesse, we don't know how this works. If you sever their connection to the source, it could cause a terminal chain reaction. Every Hiss-corrupted individual dead.
Yeah, probably already dead.
Better that than what Dylan is now.
Yeah.
I'm shutting it down. This has to end.
They get
Whatever
out.
Happens.
Okay, just let me know how I can help.
Thank you, Emily.
Seriously, if they get out, the entire world will just die. We have no protection against this type of thing, and we don't have enough. Well, we do have a little protection. She's behind that, but we don't have enough.
Bring me back anything good?
Yeah, a lot of questions. Working with Darling.
I've been seeing these Darling presentations all over. Seems like he enjoys the limelight.
So you noticed, huh? When he recruited me out of college, he actually came to visit. He interrupted my physics course by shouting, not quite, Professor, and then marching down to the front of the class where he proceeded to berate the very idea of laws of thermodynamics. Hey, he's been a showboat all his life.
Darling visited you in college?
Yeah, he read a paper I'd published, came to recruit me for the Bureau. I accepted and then spent years waiting for access to the confidential research that Darling promised me. And whenever I ask about my access level, he just mumbles that it's temporarily postponed and then changes the subject to the effect of entropy on luck.
I wonder who else Darling hid his work from. Marshall? Trench?
Yeah, I think Trench was corrupted very early.
Have you learned anything about Dylan's condition?
Only that
He
he's
knew.
definitely Hiss, but I guess his chanting made that pretty obvious. You know, interestingly, the words of the Hiss incantation have an average length of 4 letters. The most common word used 7 times is want. The next most common are through and time. That's very interesting, don't you think?
I don't care about the words.
You
What about my
should.
brother?
Right. Sorry, I got a little off track. Well, strangely, his tissue samples all look healthy, unlike the other Hiss I've tested.
That's good news. Right?
I wanted to talk to you about the crazy things I can do. My abilities. I get the sense that they're not very usual around here.
Well, usual and unusual aren't really benchmarks at the Bureau, but for some perspective, Director Northmore once used the floppy disk to send a bowling ball 6 yards through the air, and that was considered a huge deal. So compared to that, you are most certainly an outlier.
An outlier. I like the sound of that.
I
Just
should get
call
going.
yourself a hero.
Don't let me hold you up.
She could be a hero if she wanted. All right.
If they're in
So
there, we go around that way. Now,
who placed that? Television proposal. Based on the success of American Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical. Okay. Not interested.
Oof. Lots of errors on this form.
Okay.
Hello.
I don't think there's much more here. Okay. We need our... Did we get the clearance level 6? Jukebox. Oh, we got 6. Okay, we can literally have every area now... Well... discovered. Let's start with the mold lady. Or let's start looking... What the hell is that? Okay. Okay. Well, let's start with mold lady. Fast travel. Do we have an outfit? No. I should probably do some... Okay, never mind. Fast travel. Okay, let's see. Where was it? Not maintenance. Research. Central research. I can just teleport down there, right? I have that now. Right? I think I have. Astral exhibition? Active threshold? No. Active threshold is that clock thing, I think? Oh, never mind. This is just where we want to go. Alright, we can fly now. I can reach every place I want. All besides invisible walls. This respawned. Guys respawn casually, huh? Oh? Thank you, game. Oh, this is a light, not actually a way out. I'm not sure if we maybe get a quest or something. So I want to talk to her first before I go do other stuff. Balloon procedure. Oh, we found that. Item must be kept away from animals. The cell must regularly cleaned of the black substance the item produces. All clean tool must be reducted along with the black substance itself. Item is a novelty balloon made of silver mirror. Its face is a colorful message to get well surrounded by cartoon hearts. The ribbon is attached to the balloon. Item has not stopped floating after a considerable amount of time in the bureau, which suggests it does not hover through the use of helium. The item produces a dark-colored sticky substance which drips down its ribbon. Ew. Well, as long as it's just doing that and nothing more. I swear to God, there has to be a way to get light, right? There's way too many dark areas. Besides cheating. I can get up here. Wait. I didn't know that. Would have just taken the normal way up there, apparently. Oh, they're still alive. Good on them.
I finished synthesizing the samples.
Okay. Good job, good job.
Ingest this pill, Then go and find the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
So you promise I won't end up walking around covered in mold?
Ugh, the pill will prevent any biological infection by the mold.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great idea, Jesse.
Ugh. Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
Not the taste, the smell. It stinks in here now.
Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
Okay.
Have you worked with Emily Pope?
Our paths have crossed. Darling arranged for us to have a coffee. A meeting of the minds, he called it. She's talented. I can certainly see her doing well here.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But she's drunk a bit too much of the Bureau's proverbial Kool-Aid. She shouldn't be afraid to forge ahead on her own. Science is skepticism. Everything must be questioned before the truth can emerge.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So is Darling your boss?
If you insist on clinging to such outdated hierarchies, then yes. However, I would argue that our fields are too dissimilar for one to manage the other. Of course, Darling would much prefer to find his own miracle solution to the Bureau's fungal frustrations. He always needs to be the hero.
He's saying that with a smile that could
So
kill.
tell me again how you came to work at the Bureau?
Well, like I said, I was brought in as a special advisor. A temporary position, you see. Although that's not the whole truth. I was employed here for a time, straight out of university. After a decade of admittedly fascinating work in threshold research and regulation, I began to chafe under the bureaucracy. I needed a change. Not that academia was so different.
And then the mold happened.
About 4 months ago, yes. Since my departure from the Bureau, they hadn't been able to find my equal in threshold analysis. Darling and I had kept in touch over the years, meeting at conferences and the like. He called me, and I booked a flight. I've never been able to say no to a man with a dangerous alien biosphere. I had to leave my post in the middle of term, but so be it.
They definitely
So
had
she's
sex.
a professor. That explains a lot.
Mold
The
hosts.
mold seems to be having some weird effects on things.
Indeed. Even people are susceptible. The fungus grows rapidly within the chest cavity, killing the host. Luckily, one must ingest the stalks to become infected.
Don't eat the mold. Okay.
We've always cremated the infected bodies after autopsy, but I believe there may be another stage of maturity. A blooming, if you will.
I never thought the word blooming would sound so horrible.
Okay.
Thanks for the
That's-
information.
Find the
My
source.
pleasure.
What do I need to do, lady? Old friends. Are there any old friends in this area? Is it so hard to go into the menu? Don't see them here. Okay. So cleanse and contain the Japanese paper lantern. There's one here. Doesn't seem to be the case. Safe room. Oh, no, remember, I kind of skipped that because I couldn't fly yet. Old Grove. Where the fuck is the pit? In the Prime Canada program. Is that the pit down here?
Are we?
Otherwise, I'm kind of confused why it doesn't show on the map. All the other quests usually did. I'll try to aim for that for now.